Finally, it's the video from the toy show. Right, so I've been saying for quite a long time that I would upload this video. We went to a secondhand toy show, our first one. It was so much fun, but this was back in beginning of May, I think. And each time I put a new video up, I keep saying, okay, the next video is going to be the toy show haul. And then Disneyland Paris happened, and then if you haven't checked out the last video, had an absolute epic box swap with Wonderland Shenanigans, and that's so much fun. But before you do go and watch that, stick around and check out these amazing vintage finds. So this was so exciting. We hadn't really thought of going to a toy show before, which is very strange, seeing as we are secondhand collectors, thrifters. But I guess they just weren't on our radar. We've just been concentrating on charity shops since we started collecting. Anyway, we looked up to see if there was any in our area, because sometimes this far down south in Devon, people seem to think that everything stops after Bristol, but we like cool things down here as well. But luckily, there was one maybe like an hour or so from us, a bit longer, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was way bigger than I expected. It was in this kind of like a warehouse area in a market. So many stalls. A lot of the stalls concentrated on things like collectible toy cars, things like Corgi and all those ones. There was a lot of train collectors items and memorabilia. There was lots of that, and that's always fun to just kind of like wander around and see what other people are collecting. But there was some cool Star Wars things, a lot of cool Star Wars things. But that was reflected in the price. So some of those things we just had to stay away from, though Hannah still really cut up that we walked away from a Tusken Raider figurine, who was beautiful. This Tusken Raider figure, who was absolutely amazing. And not too bad in price, but this is our first toy show. We're pacing ourselves, you know, we're seeing what's the vibe here. And the first couple of stalls, they were the car ones, and there were lots of the kind of die-cast ones. There were Hot Wheels, all those kind of things. But we did find this little gem in amongst, which was hilarious because there's all these, like, not saying this isn't a proper collectible, to us it is, but all in box and everything. And then I see it. It's Tito! An Oliver and Company, I think, Burger King. I just realised the sticker's still on here, so I actually can't see which one it is. It's a Mackey's toy. It's a Mackey's one. So we have a few of these. But I'm loving the Tito representation for the collection. This is just great. We have the Dodger, which I've had since I was a kid. My mum got me that one. And this is perfect. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not in focus. There we go. His little face. That was a really good find. Yeah, so quite a surprise on the table with all the box, like Hot Wheels and everything. Yeah, so I asked the lady, what do you want for him? And she was like, I don't know, £1. Done. So that was the first find. And then our main purchases were actually all from one seller. But this was a real gem on one of the tables that kind of had really quite a lot of different memorabilia, ephemera from different places. There was some sort of like old boy band stuff. There was train stuff on this one. It was a real mix. And then just sat on the table was this beauty. This is old. This is old. And this is super exciting for us. I think I've said this in another video. Where we live, it's a really small town, and charity shops are dwindling. Also, they don't rotate their stock very much, so we don't get a lot of chance to find Disney things anyway, let alone vintage stuff. We don't have any vintage stores, antique places like that. So we have to go further afield. So to find something like this, brilliant, just brilliant. And as you can see, this is an old box. This is what we like. So this is a Disneyland stand-up jigsaw figure. Okay, and then on the side, as you can see, it says the character. So I think there are a few of these. This is actually made in England and at St Leonards-on-Sea, for those who are interested. And there are 4 different characters you can get: Mickey, Minnie, Donald and Goofy in this series. I've not been able to find out an exact estimation of when these were produced or released. Someone said on their eBay listings, they think it's like a 50s thing. I don't know if it's that old, maybe more 60s. I will also put some footage in of this piece together as well. So I will have that on the screen a minute while I just kind of have a little look and see if we've got any other markings. No. So we're going to go for kind of 50s, 60s, given other people's estimations of when they're selling things. Apparently super rare. I don't know, again, if that's wholly truthful. I know people put rare on everything they're trying to sell on eBay usually, but this is such a nice piece. Really, really chuffed with that one. And I'm ashamed to admit, because this is classic me, first we left it because I'm thinking, I don't know what else we're going to see. We could see something really amazing, and we don't like go nuts straight away. That's classic me, way too overcautious. Hannah's like, let's just get it. This is clearly old. We should definitely get this. We do not see these kind of things. And I'm like, no, I think we should have a look around first and, you know, check it all out. This is exactly how I lose things, you know, to other thrifters. And anyway, we went a couple of tables on. I was like looking at this old kind of like film cells from Disney, and but they were quite beat up, and he wanted quite a lot of money for it, and he was selling it separate to the little viewer. And I just sat down and I was just like, oh, well, maybe we should get that thing. She was like, yes, I think we should. She's off. Straight back to go and get it. Good woman. We needed this. So right, next we went on to do you know what? I'm just going to do the whole bigger bunch now, because then we found some different pieces at the end. But anyway, we looked around. There was no like Disney store as such that we could see from our first like wander around. And then when we circled back to do it again, we realised we'd kind of like missed a little section in the middle. And I thought when we went in I had seen a Mickey Mouse. The Mickey Mouse had sold, unfortunately. But we went into the middle, and there was a guy who had quite a bit of Disney on his stand. Some of the stuff wasn't really our thing. And then I remembered a little tip from watching Shannon's videos of make sure you check in the bins under the tables if there's any, because that's where you can find some gems. So I looked down, yeah, there's bins. Oh, and there were gems in there. There were gems in there. Okay, so first up, been looking for Bugs Life stuff for ages. Keep seeing it on Vinted. Not bad price, but then you're like, buy a protect, postage, it's adding up. Thrifty girl. And you're looking for your bargains, aren't you? This was a bargain. Oh, this was a bargain. Oh, look. Dim, I think. Yeah, Dim, I think is the name. Dim Blue? But from Bugs Life. And this is such a great piece because it's really chunky, just like the character. McDonald's toy. Very, very cool. I think the wind-up still works. I have to be careful with wind-ups. They send the sausage dog crazy. Okay, it does work. We would have to put it on a flat surface though. But yeah, this one is so cool. Really happy with this one. So snap that up straight away as soon as I saw it. And then underneath that one, Hopper! Oh, he is the meanest bug. Look at that face. Oh, he's so good. So his antennae are like material, and he does this kind of like rocking motion. So fun. Also, McDonald's, I believe. Do you know what? I was like really convinced of this one, and I'm not so sure now because this would have markings. Oh, yeah, McDonald's, yeah. So they were part of that set. There are a few others from there that are really nice. Francis, is that the ladybird? Yeah, that's a really cool one. Would like to find that one. But we love Hopper. Face. Love it. Ready to spring into action. Yeah, so we didn't have any Bugs Life in the collection. So these are two really nice pieces. I would love to get something of Flick and yeah, Francis and Tuck and Roll. That would be cool. I wonder if there's a pin of Tuck and Roll. That would be very cool. But yes, very happy with these. So price-wise, they were kind of all put in together because I went mad in those bins and found like loads of gems. And then he kind of like rounded up the price for us because we started chatting Disney. Hannah was chatting to him and his wife while I was rummaging frantically throughout the bin. She's building the rapport, you know, getting the bargain kind of set up. And we did. He did like a good price for a load of things that we bought. So that was very good. That was teamwork there, teamwork. So the next one is this one. How nice. So I was thinking this is Pete as like a Steamboat Willie figure. But apparently he is called Timeless Pete. I'm not sure if that's like a separate thing, but he's called Timeless Pete and he is from the Kingdom Hearts series, which I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm not sure on this one, but I think it's a gaming series when I looked it up, and he is a figure from this series, but he is fantastic. Just in the bins underneath. I couldn't believe he was on the table. Actually, he is one of the first ones I saw, and wowee, I could have broken, you know, my knuckles going in there that fast. I was like, oh my gosh, what's this? What's this gem? And he's so good. So we've got him like on our kind of classics kind of shelf with like Darkwing Duck, Goofy, Steamboat Willie as well. And yeah, he goes really nice there. And he's like a really kind of like solid one. I should have said before I started, he is not like vintage like at all. I believe you can actually still get him on Amazon. But he was too nice to pass up as part of the bargain bin dealio. So yes, I thought he came with this one as a set, but this is a different figure altogether. So this is the next one. And this is the Steamboat Willie 90th anniversary figure. How nice. I love the black and white. Love this. So we have the Funko Pop from this anniversary as well, but was not going to leave this one. How beautiful is he? And actually, he looks really nice. I need to show where I've got him displayed, but I've got this, I'm not sure what you call them, like a film clicker board, you know, like where they say action and car. I've got one of those from Disney, and he stands right by it, and it just looks so good. And he's a really lovely figure. And all of these figures actually on the guys' table and even like in the bins, they were all really well packaged, and he'd like put them in individual packs and really good condition. So he was a really great seller. Really bummed because he didn't like have any like cards with his name on. I think I don't know if they were just trying it out, but basically they were raising money for their Disney trip, which I absolutely loved. So yeah, win for us. We added to the collection. Win for them. They're off to Disney World. Win-win. Now, next in there was, okay, I'm going to have to like try and hold these all together. Here we go. Ooh. These guys. Again, I'm not sure super old, to be honest. I haven't been able to find out much information. Apart from, I think they are a set. I don't know if it's exclusive parks merch or not, but it does say Disney Animal Kingdom. I believe, clearly there is a mini that goes with it as well that was not there. I hope it wasn't there. No, I was very thorough in the bin. The thought now that I could have left Minnie in the bins is terrible. Because why wasn't she there? Maybe someone really loved Minnie and they kept her for their collection. Let's hope so. So we're not completers of sets really. We just like have kind of pieces from collections, and then that forms the collection as a whole. But when you find a set like that and you know there's one missing, that's going to drive me mad. We're going to have to find Minnie for this. Because they're on a shelf with Mickey and Minnie plush, so it feels wrong to not have them together. But they are, again, really lovely condition, really nice set. Let's just look at them individually. Donald. Oh, how cute is Donald? He's so cute. I don't think there was a Daisy in this set. Mickey. Yeah, do let me know if you know any more about this set. Like I said, I'm imagining it's not super old or anything, but I would love to know if it's like just available to buy. I haven't seen it like on like the Disney website or anything, or whether it's just like parks exclusive. Let me know if you know. So yeah, they were a really lovely set. And so as you can see, like the piles mounting up. Actually, even at one point, he was just like, shall I just hold some of those for you? And I was like, yeah, but we are going to have them. He's like, yeah, okay, I know. I'll just put them aside for you so you can carry on rummaging. And I'm just holding things up to hand. I'm like, this? Yeah, yeah, this, yeah. So yeah, they were a really nice set. And then I think, yeah, this is the last one from that table. So good. I just love him. I love him. Is he my favourite? Okay, he's not vintage, but he's so good. Ian Lightfoot from Onward. Really underrated film, I think. I think it was because it was released right around pandemic time. I think it was one of the last films that was shown in cinemas before COVID. And yeah, we've actually only recently watched it, like in the last sort of like few months, and I really enjoyed it. You know, original characters, it was fun. Yeah, it's like not my favourite, but I just enjoy a Disney film. Just kind of take them for what they are, you know. They were like a really fun watch, and I loved the kind of character journey. I loved Ian. Oh, hello, cobweb. And on the back, we've got his jacket. And actually, you know what? I think the other day Hannah saw something that had his, like, is it like a camper thing called, it's like, I think it's called Guinevere. But yeah, if you haven't watched Onward, it's really worth a watch. I'd recommend it. So this sculpt is amazing, and usually if it's an amazing sculpt, it's probably going to be Mattel, and I looked it up and it's Mattel 2019, and yeah, absolutely thrilled with this guy. Absolutely thrilled. Yeah, he's movable. Yeah, stands really well. Tick. Yeah, so he's keeping Wally company on the shelf at the moment. But what a find. So all of those things came from that one store. The toy show is coming back in September. I really hope that guy is there again. We're going just for that table, actually. And I wonder what treasures he'll bring next time. Okay, so this is a kind of side note, really, because this was actually from a car boot sale in our local town. But I'm putting it in with this because I can't do a whole video on the car boot because we literally got this one thing. There was nothing else there. It was dry and slim pickings. So I thought I'd add this one in before I show you like the sort of most vintage things we found. And it is this Disneyland Resort baseball ball. And it has Mickey on the side, giving you some tips on your posture, I guess. Oh, and I've seen this like on a lot of the listings on eBay that it says like keep your eyes on the ball. Him saying that. And yeah, we literally didn't find anything else at this car boot. And Hannah was like, oh my gosh, it's Disney. I was like, oh, how much do you want for that? And I'm like, you know, keeping it casual. You don't want to show you're too interested in case people are like, oh, 20 quid, no thanks. I was like, yeah. Oh, how much for that one? He's like, oh, £2. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, give me that. £2. Resort merch. Love this. And then I don't know if you can see, but on the... Are we focusing? Yeah. On here, we've got like the light kind of like almost sketch-like drawings around there as well. And brilliant condition. Again, not been able to find out much about this one. I don't think it's particularly old, but if anyone knows anything about Disneyland Resort baseball balls, I don't think you can like still buy them. The only place I saw it for sale was on eBay and then on a website, and it did say it was pre-loved, so obviously it's not something available now. But yeah, a really cool find, a treasure in a very barren land that was the car boot sale that we went to. So back we go to the toy fair. They were literally on the same week, so we were just doing a last kind of like look around, just talking ourselves out of any like crazy Star Wars merch, which was all beautiful, but like I said, quite highly priced. I get it. But then we did the scope and there was this little inlet on near the back, and there was a table tucked on the side. And bless the guy, that man's not going to get any points for his curatorial skills of how he is showcasing his stuff, because like it felt like he got a box and he just tipped it all out on the table. I was like, yeah, you search through that. And just happened to cast my eyes because I was a bit like, whew, not going over there to that horror show. And I was just like, whoa, hang on. I see Mickey Mouse. Scary Mickey Mouse, granted, but I do see Mickey Mouse. This little fella. Like I said, quite scary for Mickey, but he's looking old, he's looking vintage. I am a bit confused by this. When I look online, I can find matching ones of these, the yellow and the red, but not all like weirdly painted like this one. So this says parts and tools on it, and it is Mickey Services. I've had to clean this up quite a bit. I'm not sure how much of a great job I have done. And they look, I guess, kind of put together. Like the paintwork doesn't splurge over the sides of the lines and things. But this one's strange because it looks like someone's just taken some nail varnish and painted over it. And yet I can't find any that are just pure yellow. Obviously you can see we've got a wheel missing on this side. So yeah, this is a bit of a confusing one. When I look online, it says 60s. I'm just not sure about this one. Again, if you know, let me know. But it was very cool to find. Very cool. And I would just love to know some more information. I'm going to do some more digging myself. I don't know if you can, maybe you've already seen that, but it says on the side there, Mickey Services. Cute but scary. And then the final one was this whacking great beast that was on the same table as that last one. On par with scariness? Yeah, I'd say so. I don't remember Mickey being this scary, but this gem. You know, Mickey's looking a bit wired there. So this is, I literally just looked this up. Oh yeah, okay. So these are the Walt Disney Tumbling Buggy series. So there was Mickey, Donald, I'm not sure how many others there were. And apparently this is 60s. As far as I can find out. That would be very cool for us because we do not have lots of old pieces. So there was a sticker obviously on here. I think there used to be one perhaps the other side. Oh, hang on. Crazy noises. Get ready. Yeah, the thing runs. I'm not really sure how. Maybe it might be a battery compartment. I haven't had a full exploration. Oh yeah, we got some big batteries in there. So yeah, I'm not sure about the dating of this really. Mickey, I did do a little bit of touch up on the paint with a bit of nail varnish because he was really battered. But the guy was really sweet. Like, he did not charge us very much for these. Because they were just sort of like, yeah, all heaped in a pile. But we were so buzzed to find this. I hope it is. This is potentially like really vintage thing. And anyway, do you know what? It doesn't matter. we love it. We loved finding it. It looks really cool, with some of my old childhood, like 80s Mickey little mini figures, and it's just a lovely piece of Disney memorabilia history. So yeah, success. Like I said, there wasn't, I mean, I say that, obviously we've got some toys, we've got the cards and all those things, mainly figures. So there wasn't a huge amount of variation there. We were wondering if there might be any comics, any kind of ephemera, maybe. But it was so fun, and yeah, it was good to be in a huge area with an enormous amount of nerds just like us. And you could do the early bird ticket, which was more expensive, and because we weren't sure what it was going to be like, we decided to just wait, queue, go in at 10 a.m. With everyone else, though it was a little bit like, oh, watching the early birds coming out with their carrier bags full of stuff. But yeah, we will definitely go again, and it was just, it was such a fun experience. I wish we had more of these things around, because I feel like, not that there's loads of stuff where we are, but maybe people save those kind of things for toy shows rather than doing like car boots, which is a little bit more regular around like where we are. I feel like they're saving them for those places. But yeah, it was really fun. Definitely looking forward to the next one in September. Who knows what we will find then. So that was so much fun, getting to relive the toy show again, seeing everything together and all the details. Let me know if there's anything you particularly liked, or if you have any information on some of those older pieces. That would be really useful. I'm going to continue doing some of my own digging, see if I can kind of find out more of a specific date range on things. But next time is going to be my birthday gift haul. We've got some new things and some old things, something that's going to spark another collecting phase, I'm sure. So thank you for watching our Enchanted Corner, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.